Hi everybody, good morning. I'm gonna try and talk quietly right now because my kids are still asleep, but I wanted to take the time to explain what you're doing this week in my class and how things are gonna function. So I'm calling this week 2 of digital learning. So last week for digital learning, you needed to complete your email etiquette assignment. So if you haven't turned that in yet, turn it in ASAP. Also, if you completed the IXL remediation, that is going to be a bonus. So you will see your grade go up this week if you completed and submitted the IXL remediation in its entirety. That'll be bonus. So starting off this week, I'm excited because I've got a whole bunch of different things going on. And we're going to use a new tool called Edpuzzle this week. So maybe you've used it in one of your other classes, maybe you're new to it. So we're working out the kinks, don't get frustrated. So what I'm going to do every Monday from here on out till May 1st, or longer depending because we don't really know, right? Is I'm going to post assignments on Mondays. So every Monday, you'll probably get a video like this, and you will get my explanation of what you have to do for the whole week. So I don't want you to look at this and be like, this lady is nuts. What is she having us do all of this stuff for? Remember, these are all of your assignments for the entire week. Okay, so for this week, you have 3 things to do for me. The first 2 are smaller, and then the third one's kind of like your bigger assignment that should take you maybe a couple of days. With that being said, let me go ahead and start explaining them. All right, so the first thing you're going to see is a document here that says Week 2 Digital Lessons Overview and Suggested Pace. And then I'll upload this video right here so you'll be able to watch it and see my explanation of these things. And then I'm going to give you a suggested timeline for tackling this week. Now, this is totally up to you. All assignments are going to be due Sunday by noon. So you could knock them all out today if you wanted to. You could, I don't suggest that, but you could if you just wanted to focus and buckle down and say, I'm going to get all of English done for this week today. You in theory could, okay? But I'm giving you my suggested timeline. So again, these are all of your assignments for the week in one place, and they are due on Sundays by noon. All right, no exceptions. So let me continue. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to watch an Edpuzzle video and complete the questions that go along with it. I give you the link to the Edpuzzle, but you will, if you haven't already, signed up as a student and use whatever email address is connected to our Google Classroom. This website will show me how much time you spent doing this and will record your answers. So that will be the first grade for this week, this Edpuzzle video and the questions that go along with it. It's one of my favorite TED Talks of all time called The Danger of a Single Story. Secondly, you'll go to number 2, and I call number 2 expand. So this is going beyond our first little lesson up here. It's just an article to read. There are no questions with it. And then the third thing is to create. And that's the one that's a little bit bigger. It's going to take you a couple of days to finish it. And let me go ahead and explain to you. Well, here's what number 2 looks like. This is the article that you have to read aside from the Edpuzzle. And it says, after completing number 1, The Danger of a Single Story on Edpuzzle, please complete number 2, Expand, by reading the article below and begin making connections to your life when possible. So this is going to set you up for success to do number 3. And it's also going to clarify maybe some points that you were confused on when you did the Edpuzzle. All right. And the last one is part 3. And this week, it's been a weird week. It's been a tough week, last week. But I want to start us off strong by creating our own single story. So I'll read this to you. After watching and reading about the danger of a single story, I want us to apply Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's principle as a whole group to create our own Cleveland, Ohio COVID-19 story. That way, the internet, the news, the government, and society as a whole can see how differently this event has affected us emotionally, socially, economically, and physically. There's empowerment and hope in stories. The goal is to give me a piece of your story in order to create a unique whole. Please share whatever part of your COVID-19 story you're comfortable with. It can be a small snapshot into your daily life. It could be something interesting, exciting, or scary in the time that we have spent apart. Do not forget to use our story elements. Have an opening, dialogue, description in detail, and a closing. And then go ahead and see my model below, and then begin to write your own story. There is no limit or expectation in length. Simply share an experience. I have a feeling you will know when enough is enough. After everyone is submitted, I'm going to video myself reading parts of your own individual stories to share with our class and the community. You can type on this document right under my model, or you could delete my model and take it out totally because this is your own copy, and then write yours right under the explanation. So you'll see where I wrote, this is my model. I titled it My Single Story, and if you'll look over here to the right, you'll see that I've made some comments. So these are just like some tips to help you. And then I have my opening, which is a part of my exposition. I have my rising action, I have my climax, my falling action, and my conclusion. So you are writing your own story here. This is my first draft. So I'm gonna go back in and revise and add and edit more description, more detail. I'm by no means finished with this piece of writing. So really, since this is your big grade for the week, it should look like you've spent some time on writing your own story. Okay. The last thing I have to talk to you about is some office hours. So I've got my cup of coffee right now, and I'm kind of just chilling downstairs, and the boys are still asleep, thankfully, but they're gonna be up soon. So have some patience with me when it comes to getting your grades put in, getting back to your emails, because I'm a mom and I'm stay-at-home mommy now, just like a lot of your moms or people in your household. So it's definitely going to take me a little longer to do things than it was when I had like some free time at school. So I'm going to set some office hours. So obviously best time to get a hold of me is right now, early in the morning. It's when I'm able to answer the most questions and get back to you real quick. So from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., I am going to be readily available to answer your emails and talk to you guys. But anytime after 4 p.m., please do not expect an immediate response from me, because I have so many other things to do now. So I just wanted to be open and honest with you about that. So I definitely have set some office hours. Please do not wait until Sunday last minute to ask me a bunch of questions on this assignment. Look it all over today. Ask me your questions up front. We're all in this together, and I'm here for you. So if you need anything, email me at baldwin@horizoncleveland.org, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. All right, bye.